Hello, this is Melinda Starr with the Yellow Brick Road Tarot, and today I'd like to do a reading about the horses. Who are they, and why are they part of our collective consciousness at this time? Why are we being called to the horses? I'm using the Wizard of Oz Tarot. I'd like to call in my guides, fire, water, air, and earth, elementals of my birth. With gratitude, I honor we. I call upon my great cosmic mother Andromeda, under a dome of divine golden light, encased in a dome of mirrors, with the protection of my elemental guardian dragons. Who are the horses? Why are they being called into the collective consciousness for awakening? What is their medicine? The issue, the High Priestess. The High Priestess is one of the major arcanas, and you can see it's got the Wicked Witch of the East, who is crushed by the Akashic Book of Records, and she's on a black and white checkerboard floor, representing the polarities between two pillars, a dark pillar and a light pillar, which opens a gateway to the yellow brick road off into the distance, into the dusk. The past is the Ace of Swords. The near future is the Magician. Here the Magician stands on a brick with a wand on the ground next to him. He's holding a winky sword in the air in his right hand, and his left hand he's holding a bucket. Behind him is the travel trailer, and in the window you can see the silhouette of a flying monkey. And this magician is the Wizard of Oz in the movie. The wizard was actually the Professor Marvel in the beginning of the movie when Dorothy first steps out on her journey. The foundation is the Two of Buckets. The present is the Six of Bricks. And the outcome, the Five of Bricks. And what's hidden behind the deck is the King of Bricks. And let's go ahead and pull a horse oracle card from Star Horse Retreats. Star Horse Retreats is a venue for healing and offerings to heal humanity, to heal the earth. And there is a herd of 17 shaman horses at Star Horse Retreats. And it looks like Valentine would like to speak with us today. Valentine is Taurus energy. Valentine is attracted to the good life and desires love, pleasure, and affection. Her domain is ease, comfort, and delicious food. Yet she doesn't get lost in them and lose her practical side. She keeps her feet planted firmly on the ground and makes sound decisions while choosing creature comforts. Valentine says that love is always the answer, and self-love is the most potent ingredient for the good life. Don't be afraid of being alone, and don't focus on ugly things. Manifestation follows energy. See beautiful, be beautiful, and feel beautiful. All right. Let me bring in some light language for this reading about who are the horses, what role are they playing in our collective consciousness. Why are we feeling the call of the horses? Estipikekaya no haine ke shikepaka atu tientene lima hana kuka kachatati sitepakayana lima mamnuka shuchika chikitikatantu neanene mahana kukaya ushikepekene istapaka uchikikene. All right, the issue, the High Priestess. At the heart of this spread, we have the High Priestess. In this deck, she's represented by the Wicked Witch of the East, crushed beneath the great Akashic Book of Records, lying on the checkerboard of polarity. Between dark and light pillars, a gateway opens onto the yellow brick road, leading us forward into mystery. The High Priestess tells us that the horses are keepers of hidden wisdom. They stand at the threshold between worlds, earthly and cosmic, body and spirit. They carry ancient records in their very being, and they are here to help us pierce the veil. The past, the Ace of Swords. In the past position, the Ace of Swords shows the moment of clarity, the sword of truth cutting through illusion. For many of us, this represents the initial awakening, This sudden realization that our old ways of relating to nature, to animals, even to each other, were no longer sustainable. The horses have been waiting for us to be clear enough, sharp enough in vision, to recognize them as teachers and not simply as beasts of burden. The near future, the magician. The magician steps forward. In this deck, the Wizard of Oz himself, holding both sword and bucket, reminds us that true magic comes from integration of all elements, all tools. Behind him, the silhouette of the flying monkey suggests that illusions and tricksters may still swirl around us, but the magician's presence says we are ready to reclaim our creative power. With horses, the magician's medicine is partnership, learning how to create with them, not dominate them, bringing body, mind, and spirit into balance. Together, humans and horses can work real magic. The foundation, the Two of Buckets. At the foundation of this reading, the Two of Buckets reminds us that this is all about relationship. Horses mirror us in profound ways, offering unconditional presence and reflection. This is not about ownership, but partnership. The horses call us into heart connection, reminding us that love and trust are the true foundations of transformation. The present, the Six of Bricks. In the present, we see the Six of Bricks, a card of recognition and celebration. Humanity is beginning to honor the horse not as property, but as healer and guide. Right now, there is a collective momentum building, a victory for those who are listening. The horses are stepping into the collective field as acknowledged allies. The outcome, the Five of Bricks. The outcome shows the Five of Bricks, a card often of challenge, competition, or struggle. This tells us that the journey ahead will not be without conflict. Old paradigms of domination and control are still strong, and those who walk with horses as healers will face resistance. Yet, this struggle is also fertile ground. It is where transformation happens. Through conflict, we are forced to choose differently. And the hidden influence, the King of Bricks. And behind the spread, hidden yet present, stands the King of Bricks. This is mastery of the material plane. It says that the deeper medicine of the horses is to help us ground spiritual truth into the physical world, into how we live, how we care for the earth, how we build our societies. They call us to embodied leadership, rooted and strong. And Valentine's message? And finally, from the herd at Star Horse Retreats, Valentine steps forward. Her message is Taurus medicine, love, pleasure, and the reminder that self-love is the root of all. Valentine says love is always the answer. See beauty, be beauty, feel beauty. The horses ask us not to dwell in fear, not to amplify the ugly, but to shift our gaze toward what is luminous. For what we focus on grows. Valentine invites us to soften, to receive, and to know that when we choose love, we align with the good life that flows effortlessly from the heart. So in closing, who are the horses? They are the High Priestess embodied, keepers of hidden wisdom, bridging earth and cosmos. Why are they in our collective now? Because humanity is finally ready to recognize them as partners, healers, and guides into the new world. Their medicine is relationship, presence, and love. And as Valentine reminds us, the good life begins with self-love. Thank you very much. If you liked this reading, please hit like and subscribe. And if you'd like to learn more about the Wizard of Oz Tarot, you can purchase the deck. It's a beautiful deck with gold gilded edges, comes in a keepsake box, and there are reversals in the definition booklet. It is the shaman's journey through the yellow brick road, and on wizardofoztarot.com you can actually see the correlation between the major arcana and Dorothy's journey in the movie The Wizard of Oz, and how each major arcana parallels with Dorothy's journey. And you can learn more about the horses at Star Horse Retreats and their offerings and retreats at starhorseretreats.com, where you can also buy the Horse Oracle deck. Thank you very much.